All right, we're already at module 3.5. In this module, we're going to talk about what? Trading traffic with your golden prospect. Wait a minute. I thought this was a link building course. It is. I promise you it is. But before you can build a relationship up with your golden prospect, you're going to have to get his or her attention. And one of the ways that I think is the best way to do that is by helping him or her get the traffic they need to their website. Maybe they don't need it, but I guarantee you that they're probably always looking for more traffic. Let me show you some ways to get your golden prospects' attention by trading traffic with them. And this isn't an exhaustive list. Let me get it squared away so you can see it. All right. Move it. Is that doing it? Yep. All right. Now, there's a lot of different ways you see on the screen. I wish I could hide them all except the first one. I guess I could zoom into it, but I'm not going to do that. All right, these are the different ways that you can trade traffic with a golden prospect. And one such way I talked in the last video is for one e-commerce company to trade traffic with another e-commerce site is easy to do if they're targeting the same end users, but they're selling different products. They can trade traffic easily, and that's done through their internal search results pages. But that doesn't mean that it only works for e-com sites. It can also work for service-related sites and blogs, for certainly blogs. If you're using an internal search and somebody searches something about PPC and your site only does organic SEO, what if you had a strategic partner that you were sending the PPC inquiries to? It'd be easy for you to build such a relationship up. If you were selling, if you're selling dog collars and you were looking for somebody to build a relationship up with like that, maybe it would be flea collars. Maybe it would be dog houses or dog food. But the sky's the limit on what it would be. But there's a lot of different ways that you can reach out to your golden prospect and say, hey, I know I have people searching my site and I don't have anything covering what you cover. I would like to somehow graft you in to my internal search results pages. That would get your golden prospect's attention. And I can't get any deeper in it than to say that. But try to trade traffic through their internal search results pages. They may be open to it. They'll certainly be open to you sending them traffic that way, and they probably don't hear that too often. Hey, I just sent you some traffic. Anybody searches my site, it's going to pull up your information instead of mine because, yours is better on that topic, I don't cover that topic. All right, so the next different way that you can trade traffic is through newsletters. If you offer a newsletter, you can easily go to your golden prospect and offer to put him or her in your newsletter without asking to be put in their newsletter. But it's an easy way to trade traffic. And anytime you trade in this system, you're going to give before you get. And I keep saying that, I know, and I apologize. But no, I don't. It's just the way it is. You don't get and then you give. This is all give and get because somebody has to give first before the transaction can take place. And if we're waiting for the other person to go first, they may never go first. That's why we have to go first. And that's why we have to give to get. And that's why we're selective about who we give to get from, because we only have so much time and resources, and that's why we did the research in Module 2. All right, so trade traffic through the newsletter. Maybe you get a hold of your golden prospect and say, hey, I really like your content. I've been studying it a lot the last couple of weeks, and I run a newsletter. We have 3,000 subscribers. We're all XYZ experts, or we're learning how to do XYZ, or I speak to them about ABC, whatever it is that's relevant to your golden prospect. And I would love to mention you in the newsletter. I just wanted to give you a heads up. I didn't want to be presumptuous and just start sending you, without warning you, hey, we'd like to send you some traffic because I really like what you're doing. You're going to get your prospects' attention. That's if you have a newsletter. If you have a site that gets a lot of searches, the internal search result pages, like I mentioned before, will be a good way to get their attention. But if you don't get a lot of traffic to your site, your golden prospect might realize that and say, well, that person's probably not getting that many search results anyway. And it may not be enough to get them to link to you, but it'd be a good icebreaker. So also mentioning your golden prospect in your newsletter where it's appropriate. Also banners. Banners are a great way to get your attention of your golden prospect. Let me show you one we just made for one of our golden prospects. And I put it right on my site. It's not in the upper fold. Let me move this over. Right there. I told you before in another video that the art of charm, well, they're one of my golden prospects. And I just placed an ugly banner on my sidebar. So it's on every page of my website, even in the course. This is the course page you're looking right here. And there it is, a link to their course. Now, is that banner something that's going to get them a lot of clicks? No. But I can now reach out to Jordan Harbinger, who's running Art of Charm, is my contact person, at least with the Art of Charm. He's one of the founders. I can say, hey, can you give me a better banner than this one? This is the best I could come up with on my own. I'm no graphic genius. But if you have a banner that I could put up on my sidebar, I would really love to recommend business to you. And I'm not into affiliates or any kind of JV thing like that. I just want to send you traffic because I really believe that anybody that is at my site wanting to learn how to get more links to their website should also take your course on relationship building, because relationship building is a very big part of what link building is today. And Art of Charm does such a fantastic job. Their social capital course that I mentioned several times already throughout my own course. I've been talking about that course the entire every module so far. I know you recognize Jordan Harbinger's course, Social Capital, by this point of the course. So now I can reach out and offer something to Jordan in the way of, hey, I'm going to be sending you traffic. I used to send traffic to my friend's site, Eric Ward, but he's no longer with us, and I need somebody else to be able to recommend traffic to, because I don't have all the answers in the world for sure. So, and I know a lot of my readers love to study, and getting them into another study course, if they want to go deeper into relationship building, I want to get them into your course. So even if I get nothing in return for putting this banner up, I don't care, because I know that if you take the course, you're going to be better off. And that's because if at least as far as being able to build relationships up with people, that's the key to choosing your golden prospects properly. Though you have to be able to recommend their product to your own readers. If not, they're not the right golden prospect for you. You have to find somebody that you believe in, and somebody whose course you believe in, and that you want, and that really fits well with what you teach. And that takes a little extra effort. But getting the attention of your golden prospect is pretty easy if you use the ugly banner strategy. I didn't mean it to be an ugly banner, but I'm not going to go and buy images, and it just gives me an opportunity to speak to him and let him know I'm doing something cool for him. And do you have a graphic? And I'm sure he has affiliates, so maybe he'll give me an affiliate banner or something. But or maybe something else, maybe a custom one, who knows. But I'll tell you what, I bet you it'll get his attention. It'll get your prospect's attention too. All right, so that's the banner. Wait a minute, Matt. I thought this course was about building links and about trading traffic. Well, yeah, it is about trading traffic. It is. In some of the cases, your golden prospects only want to link right back to you in their internal search results pages. And maybe in the newsletters, maybe it'll be. But you're going to reciprocate first, and you're not going to ask for anything in return, at least right away, not at this stage. You're reaching out to offer something. Remember, we have to arrive when our message reaches our prospect. We have to arrive we have to reach them in the exact conversation that they're already playing in their head, and they have a few of them they're playing in the head. So we have to meet their needs. And one of the ways we're going to meet their needs is to give them traffic. Golden prospects love traffic. They love it just as much as you and I do. So getting them traffic is simple. And sometimes it could be an accumulative effect too. So maybe I mentioned Eric Ward in my newsletter. I didn't have a newsletter, but I did give Eric a banner on my sidebar. I did mention him in a lot of different ways when I'll go further down in the list. But don't be afraid to use a banner to give traffic to your prospect. It's not going to hurt your sales on your site at all. In fact, it's probably going to get people to give you more credibility to believe in what you're doing more, because you're not trying to be the end all of everything. You're not trying to be Mr. Expert in every single category of SEO or whatever industry you're in. You actually have people you refer traffic to because they are experts in what they do. Another section of piece of the pie of what you target. And it just helps your readers when you offer them good sites to visit and recommendations. And this is all about recommending and getting recommendations. And when you link to somebody in a banner on your site, you're recommending it. So I just wanted to make that distinction. If you have a podcast, you can mention your golden prospect in the podcast. And if you don't have a podcast, maybe your first visit, your first episode ever, you feature your golden prospect. So that's one of the things you can do to get your prospect's attention. Another idea you can do is in product mentions. In one of the book I wrote, Link Building Debunked, I wrote for the sole purpose of mentioning Eric Ward and recommending Eric Ward in the book. Why? Because I wanted his link. I wanted to do business with Eric. I loved his philosophy. Out of all the SEO guys, and he would slap my face if he were here today in my presence if I called him an SEO guy, because he says, you won't find SEO on my website because I'm not an SEO guy. I'm a link builder. And and when I learned his strategies, and I said, this is the guy that I thought we were meant to build an agency together with, because of his philosophies were real close to what I was thinking. And then he filled in the missing gap, the missing link, so to speak, of what the information that I needed. But by giving him an in-product mention in my book, it got Eric's attention. Another thing you can do if you don't have a product, you can also mention if you have an in-house mailing, if you just, depending on the size of your business, maybe you contact you have an email list where you email your employees or your team. Maybe you can mention the golden prospect to the team. Maybe it's something the team could get into. Maybe it's something that you can get your team looking at one of his or her posts and making comments. And I don't mean that for the sake of making comments. Integrate your golden prospect into your in-house training, and I bet you that your business will become a lot more effective. It's just a great way to make your offering better, is to lean on your golden prospects and not only just market to them and build brownie points and social capital with them, but to learn from them. They're tops in their industry for a reason. And we don't know everything there is about everything, so we have to learn. And who better to learn from than our golden prospects? So in-house mailings, get them into your training as much as possible. Like, I made our employees read Eric's book. And I let Eric know that too. I said, you're training my employees right now how to build links. Thank you. What else can I tell them to do? And then I hired them for consultations. But that's not what we're talking about here. All right. Another thing you can do is set up an online directory. Set up a niche directory on your site. Let's say if you sell pies, like fruit pie, like apple pies, let's say all you sell is apple pies, you could set up a directory on your site for people who are looking for cherry pies or cakes or cupcakes or wedding cakes. The sky's the limit, really, and who you could add to that directory. Then you reach out to the golden prospect and say, hey, we get a lot of traffic for cherry pies. I know you're the apple pie expert, and I can't think of a better person to refer to for apple pies on my directory than you. I would love to add your information. Here's what I added. Let me know if you need anything changed or if you need anything else. Thank you very much for being the best apple pie person in the country or world. And that's a directory. That's a directory you set up to refer traffic to your golden prospects. That's something that will you can do to get traffic over to your golden prospects page. What else can you do? Do you do mailings to your customers? Well, that works. If you have a lot of customers, like at one time we were running 10,000 clients, and they were more customers than clients because they would pay us when they needed more SEO, and then they would come back when they needed more. It wasn't like an ongoing service. They came back when they needed more links. And so if we did a mailing to all of our clients at once, the 10,000, that's 10,000 people would go to our golden prospects, whatever page that we would mail to them, or at least would see it or have an opportunity to see it. So customer mailings. Are you the best on-page SEO person in the country? Well, maybe you should build a relationship with the best tech SEO person in the country. And then do a mailing to your customers and let your customers know about this tech SEO wizard. And then let your golden prospect know you did that. Say, I don't know anything about tech SEO, and I'm never going to either. I'm just referring people to you, and I hit the easy button. And then you leave it at that for a little while until you get to the next stage of your outreach to them. All right, what else can you do? Bulletin boards. Maybe you run in a local agency. Maybe you're a plumber. Maybe you're a feed shop. Maybe you're a shoe store. Do you have a bulletin board that your customers can see as they come in? If not, you need to get one in there. They're cheap. You can get one for under $200. Find a spot for it. And then find your golden prospects from your city that you want to have them refer business to you. Then what you do is you advertise those golden prospects on that bulletin board. And it's very easy to take a picture of the bulletin board with an advertisement over to your golden prospect site or business, and then you can send that picture over to them via their Facebook page and say, hey, I want to let you know we appreciate what you do, and we're going to try to refer as much business to you as we can because we like what you're doing. So that's simple. Another powerful way you can do it, and it's probably one of the most powerful ways, is through thank you pages. And what I like about thank you pages, it gets you grafted into your golden prospect selling cycle, into their offering. I'll give you a perfect example. And this was this took a little bit of doing, but I did it to, let me show you. You know, Eric Ward, the founder of Link Moses Private, he was Link Moses. And as you know, you're all subscribers, I think, to Link Moses Private. I made a special deal for Eric. I wanted to get him some content. And I made it, I said, I don't know if you're having trouble with your newsletter or getting content, but I really dig your newsletter. And I have a book I would love that I'm selling on Amazon that I just uploaded a PDF to my site. And it's all about you, as you know already. And it's singing your praises and why they should hire you as a consultant. And it was in his, I don't want to say it was in his best interest, because he certainly could have had a lot of different ways he could do it. But as he got into the book and he saw it, he made my offer available to all his new subscribers. So he sent it out as a stealth link. Hey, I'll give your PDF out to everybody. Thank you, Matt. And it was only made available for free at the time to Link Moses subscribers. Everybody else had to buy it. So it was a bonus that I made possible for Eric to give to you guys, to give you guys some more value and for the newsletter. And then he came back the next day and he gave me this. He goes, Matt, every time somebody opts in for my newsletter, they're going to be taken to this thank you page. And you can see the thank you page. It's going to be different soon. But so every time somebody opted into Eric's list, my name was mentioned. You can now download for free Matt LeClaire's outstanding book, Link Building Debunked. And I hope that link's still good. Oh, then you can download it there. And he kept that up there. And what that did was it grafted me. Whoop. Where am I? I'm lost. There. Back. That grafted me into Eric's subscribers. So every time somebody paid Eric money to join the newsletter, they were immediately sent to my ebook. Well, at least they had the opportunity. That brought a lot of business into my agency, as you can imagine. And as you think about things that you could offer your subscribers and your visitors where they have to opt in to get over to a thank you page, your thank you page is gold. And that is I can't tell you how valuable that real estate is for you. And if you can find a way to work your thank you page into traffic over to your golden prospect's going to appreciate that, and it's going to get his or her attention. But if they reciprocate it, it's huge. It's huge. So remember, this isn't just about link building. This is about relationship building with the biggest people in your industry. I didn't go after some chump link builder. I went after the best link builder in the world to earn a link from him, not just to earn a link from him, but to go into business with him and to earn his endorsement. Because if I couldn't earn his endorsement as a former black hatter, I didn't want to be in the industry anymore. And it took hard work to earn his endorsement and working with him and showing what I was doing for our clients. And then it just popped. And we started working together. And that's, I was just believed in what I was doing. And I just kept giving Eric and giving and giving and giving and giving. And now I'm doing that with other prospects. And you could be doing that all the time with your golden prospects to get their attention. So that's just some of the ways how you can get the attention of your golden prospect for your first touch with him or her by helping them get traffic. So instead, you know what? I'm gonna instead of trade traffic, we're gonna call this send traffic. We got to give to get, and we have no business thinking about trades yet. All right. See you next video.